It's been 100 years this year since this wonderful Warsaw Cenotaph was unveiled. It was not an easy journey to get here in the first place. The year was 1919. The First World War had just ended. Many local men and women had made their hometown proud, and many did not return. It was left up to community leaders of the time to take that initiative and come up with a way of honoring our local heroes. And that they did. The task fell upon a number of local community members. The chairman of the whole committee was Dr. Donald Munro, and Reeve Johnny Darling at the time was also a member of that committee. Mr. H. Robb of Norwood was chosen as the man to do the job. He presented various designs, and of course the bad news, which is still the same kind of thing today, and that's all about money. The cost for this cenotaph would be in the neighborhood of $3,600. That was a lot of money in this part of the 20th century. In the original council minutes of the day, it was evident that there was a disagreement in the air. It was generally agreed that a special tax levy would be charged for this project. There were two councillors who felt that $2,500 was the most they would support. Two others were willing to support an extra $1,000. But it seems that Dr. Donald Munro, who was a true community leader at the time, he was going to settle the issue, so he called a public meeting. And the end result, council agreed to provide the $3,500. It should also be noted that other members of the community helped out with extra costs to build the monument. For example, the soldier on top of the cenotaph. The Women's Institute, they donated $25, and that was a lot of money. That was in March of 1919. It was also noted by Jean Monroe, the doctor's daughter, that Ed Hawthorne and Dr. Monroe dipped into their own pockets rather deeply when the final bill came in. Well, the big day was here on June 22nd in 1921. The memorial was ready to be unveiled. It was certainly one of the most festive and serious days in history. The completed monument sat in front of the grist mill, and it was draped in a Union Jack. That was a very special day for our community. Hundreds of men and women and children gathered in the area as Warsaw's Reverend Knox offered the prayer, followed by Captain Reverend Rowlands of Peterborough. There were 40 men from the 3rd Prince of Wales Dragoons who marched to Warsaw for the event, at which time their trumpeter sounded the last post. Following the ceremony, the Women's Institute served dinner to the dignitaries. Again, it was a very special day. We move ahead to 2015, when plans were formulated to renew and refresh the old monument and add names of those who served after the First World War. And what we see today is the culmination of that effort. The Warsaw Cenotaph. It's been the center of the community for 100 years. And we take this time to remember those community members who worked so hard to create the cenotaph right here in Warsaw. And we all need to make sure that future generations keep that respect alive. 100 years ago, lest we forget.